Hi guys, good evening everyone. Guys, today we'll discuss about JDBC template in Spring framework. Means, okay, how do we connect with the database using Java application using a template? Okay, the template we call it as a JDBC template. JDBC stands for, we all know, okay, Java database connection. Guys, the the major advantage in a Spring framework is it provides several templates. I've told you, like your JDBC template is one of the thing. Okay, how to work with your databases. Earlier, before JDBC template in a Spring framework, we used to write so much of code to work with a database. Guys, now before going to the JDBC template, we will see how to work with the SQL database first. Okay, see there is a JDBC template available here, and to perform with the JDBC template, you have to create a class of a driver manager data source class, and you have to instantiate MySQL. You have to instantiate database drivers. Before that, creating before establishing the connection between your Java application and database, first we will see how to work with your MySQL database first. Okay. Hope you all installed MySQL database and Workbench together. Guys, I have shared my screen. Hope you all are able to see my screen. You can see here, I have MySQL Workbench. Okay, this is your MySQL database. MySQL database. Okay, upon see when you're installing this MySQL database, it will ask you to set your username and a password. I've set my username and a password here. Okay. Guys, this is my database. This is my workbench actually. Here in this workbench, you can create your own database. Examples, I have already some schemas. Let me delete all the things. I will show you step by step. See, when you install your workbench first, you will have a default schemas, means default databases like Sekila, SYS, World. These are the default databases available in the MySQL workbench. Okay, when you install. See, now I don't want this, a default databases present here. I want my new databases. Okay, I want my new databases. Okay, I want to create my new databases. What I will do is, guys, if you want to create your new database, first you should go to the, okay, see here, there is a symbol here. Create a new schema. You can see here, there is one symbol called create a new schema. Okay, create a new schema in the connected server. I want to create my own database. Just click on this. Guys, here you should give your database name or schema name. Schema is nothing but new schema in the sense you are going to create your own database. In that you are going to work now. Okay, I will give my schema name as my name. Okay, my name is Praveen. I will give my database name itself is Praveen. After giving schema name, guys, you just click on apply. Okay, one more time, you just click on apply. Okay, and then finish. Guys, now you can see here. Earlier, I had only three default databases available like Sakila, System, and World. Now Praveen is also available. Okay, see guys, here in this Praveen, you can create table, views, stored procedures, functions, everything you can create. Now all these are empty. I did not create any tables, views, stored procedures, or functions. Guys, now after creating your new database, okay, you should take your one SQL file to write a queries. To take SQL file, to write your queries. See here, guys, there is one symbol here. Create a new SQL tab for execution of a queries. First step is creating your own database. Second step is you have to take one SQL file to write the queries for executing the queries. See, there is a symbol here. Okay, just click on this. This here. Now SQL file is open. Okay, you can create it. You can work. You can write your own queries, and you can see the output here itself. Guys, here before writing a first query, you should activate the database. What is the database name? The database name is Praveen. The database name is Praveen, and you should activate your database now. How do we activate database? In the sense, you should write a query called use, database name. Okay, use database name is Praveen. You can say use database name, semicolon. Just Okay, guys, just press enter, or you get, see here, select it, run the query. Okay, select it, run the query. You can see here in the action output, in the bottom here, in the action output, whatever the query you execute. Okay, if you successfully, if the query is successfully executed, then you will get a, okay, information here. So here, use Praveen is a query, okay, or action I have executed. It is successfully executed. If it is successfully executed, a green color, okay, a tick mark will come. If query is wrong, or if it is not executed, or when you're writing a query you have done a syntax error, then okay, it will come a red color symbol here, and it will show you what is the mistake you have done also. See here, by executing this query, 0 rows affected, and it has taken, okay, 0.00 seconds. Means give you all the it will give you all the things. See, I have, okay, created my own database and I've activated now. Guys, here in this database, okay, in this database, what I want to do is I want to create my own table. I want to create my own table, okay, in the database called Praveen. In order to create the table, you have a query, guys. Guys, I will show you how to perform CRUD operations. Create, read, update, and delete in SQL query. Okay, CRUD operations. Because these are the four operations we'll be always doing in the, okay, projects. Means CRUD operations. First one is create. How do we create a table? Guys, I want to create a table. Table name is employee. Okay. Table name is employee. With four columns I want to create. Means I should have ID field, name field. Okay. And then you should have, okay, a city and state. For an employee, you should have ID column. Okay. And then you should have name column. You should have, okay, a state and city column. So I want to create a employees table with the four columns. Okay. With that fields. If you want to create a table now, guys, create, see here, you should create table employees, create table employees. Guys, open parenthesis. I want, okay, four columns. First one is id integer. Okay, guys, after id, name, I want name, varchar. Guys, here in the in the SQL language, see, id is of type integer. ID is of type integer. You cannot take int. You should take integer. You cannot take primitive type here. Okay, you cannot take primitive type. You should take a full name. Okay, integer. Name. In Java language, we take name as a string, right? Name as a string. But here you have to take something called varchar. Varchar is a data type which is used to specify the strings. Varchar is a data type which is used to specify the strings. So I will take name of type varchar. See, you can specify any number of characters. I want to, for example, 20 maximum characters I will give. Means you can type the name with maximum of 20 characters. After, guys, ID integer, name varchar. Okay, you can also take city varchar again. You can take city varchar. Again, I will take some 20 characters. Again, state varchar. See, name, city, state, both, okay. All these three are of type string. That's why, okay, you are using a data type called varchar. You cannot use a string data type in SQL query. Okay. Now I will take for this also maximum allowed characters are 20. See, you have opened your parenthesis, close the parenthesis, semicolon. Guys, now let us see whether this table is created or not. Okay, let's execute this one. Okay, let's execute this one. If table creates successfully, then you will get information here itself. Table created. Okay, see here. Select this query. See, if you want to run any query, you should select it. There is a symbol here. You can see here. There is a symbol. Okay, this is a run button. You should click on this. Guys, you can see. I got, okay, table created. Create table employees, ID integer, name varchar, city varchar, state varchar. Okay, 0.016 seconds. Guys, now let us see what is there in the table. Okay, now table is empty, right? Table is empty. Now but still I want to see what is the okay thing which is present in the table. See, if you want to see any content in the table, guys, if you want to see any content in the table, you should write a query, select, okay, you should write a query, select star, select star from, okay, select star from table name. What is the table name? Employees. The table name is employees. Guys, this is the query you should execute. You should write and execute to see the contents in the table. See, the moment I execute here, the table will appear, okay, with empty data here. You can see here, I will select this queries. I will select this query. I will execute. Guys, you can see here, I'm getting a table ID, name, varchar, state. See here, ID, name, city, state. Isn't it? Okay, 4 columns I'm getting, but all are empty. Okay, I'm getting all are empty now. Guys, after that, now you know how to create your own database, how to activate your own database, how to, okay, select one new SQL, okay, a file, how to create a table, how to check the values in the table also. Now, guys, I want to insert the table. I want to insert the okay. I want to insert the data into the table now. Okay. In order to insert the data into the table, guys, you have to, okay, insert, guys, insert employees. Insert into which table? You have to use the word insert into the which table? Employees values. Okay, insert employees values. Guys, here open the parenthesis. You have to provide the data. First one is an integer, right? First one is an integer. Provide everything with double inverted comma. First one I will give ID is 10. Okay, first employee ID is 10. For example, name is John. Okay, John also you should provide with a double inverted comma only. John. City I will give, for example, Bangalore. Okay, this also should be within double inverted comma only. And then, okay, state I will give Karnataka. Guys, close the parenthesis, semicolon. Now, guys, you have inserted one table, right? You have inserted one, okay, row successfully, one row successfully. You can see here, select this query, execute it. Select this query, execute it. Column count does not match count at row 1. There is a one, okay, see here, there should be comma every time. There should be comma every time. Okay. Now select this query once again, execute it. Guys, now you can see here the query is executed successfully. You are getting a green color symbol. Insert employees 10 John, Bangalore, Karnataka. Guys, let us see whether that, okay, row is successfully inserted or not. If you want to see the table once again, okay, you copy this, okay, paste the query here, paste the query here. Once again, check the table. If you want to check the contents in the table, you know the query. Select star from employees. Execute once again. Guys, you can see here, it is successfully inserted. 10, John, Bangalore, Karnataka. Isn't it? Similarly, guys, okay, similarly, let us, okay, insert 3 more columns. Let us insert 3 more columns. Okay, copy the same query, copy the same query 3 times. Keep on changing the value inside that. Okay, for second employee, okay, ID is 11, ID is 12, ID is 13. Now I will give this one is Balu. Okay, and this one is Ram, and this one is, for example, this one is Bhargav. I will give this one is a Bhargav. Let us say here he is from Hyderabad. He is from Hyderabad, and the state is Telangana. Okay, let us say, okay, Ram is from Kadapa. Okay, and state is Andhra. State is Andhra. Bhargav is okay. Let us say he is from Mohali. He is from Mohali and his state is Punjab. Okay. Guys, now select all these three queries at a time. Select all these three queries at a time. Execute it. Okay. Execute it. You can see all the three queries are executed successfully. You can see here. Insert employees 11, 12, 13. Now, if you want to see the table with all the four columns, again, select star from employees. Okay. Paste it here. Execute this query once again. Execute this query once again. Guys, you can see 10, 11, 12, 13, John, Balu, Ram, Bhargav. In the sense, you have successfully inserted the table. Guys, now you have created a table. You have inserted it. Okay, inserted to that. You can also update the table. Means you can change the existing values. You can also change the existing values. For example, okay, I want to update. What I will do is, say for example, I want to, okay, update Bhargav. Okay, I want to update ID name 13 with a different name. With the different name. Instead of Bhargav, okay, instead of Bhargav, I want to give some, okay, my name. I want to give my name here. Okay, and I want to, okay, change it. What I will do is update, guys, update table name is employees. Guys, update table name is employees. You have to use set, see guys, set name is equals to set name is equals to within single quotes. Guys, within single quotes, name is equals to Praveen. Okay. And in the capital letters again, where I have to change the name, where ID is equals to 13. In this last, okay, in this last column, I want to change name is equals to Praveen with corresponding ID is, okay. See, in the ID is 13, 13 itself. In the 13th column, I want to change the name. See guys, update employees, set name is equals to Praveen, where ID is equals to 13. What you do is, you just select this one, execute the query. Guys, you can see here, update employee set name Praveen, where ID is equals to 13. Means guys, now check the, okay, now check whether it is updated or not. Again, if you want to check the contents in the table, select star from the employees. Select star from the employees. Select this query. Okay, execute it. Guys, you can see here, it has changed from Bhargav to Praveen now. Okay. Guys, if you want to do updation operation, you have to activate, you have to disable one option. Okay, in the SQL query. See, immediately after, okay, installing SQL database and workbench in your system, if you try to execute any queries regarding update, okay, if you execute any, if you want to execute any queries, if you try to execute any queries related to update operation, you have to disable one option. See guys, you go to the edit. See, you go to the edit, there is a preferences, okay, option here. Click on this preferences. Okay, here guys, there is a one option called, you can see SQL editor. Double click on this SQL editor. Come down, come down. This should be in disable state. Save updates, you can see here, save updates, reject updates and deletes with no restrictions. See, if it is in enable state, you cannot perform. Okay, you cannot perform update operations. It will show you an error. Okay, that's why if you want to perform updation operation, okay, you clearly make sure that this should be in a disable state. Okay, disable state. Initially, when you install, it will be in the enable state. Okay, if you want to perform any update operations, compulsory you should disable it. Okay, I've shown you how to, okay, how to go to that option, go to the edit, preferences, okay, double click on SQL editor. Here, drag it here. At the last option, you should disable this save updates option. Guys, this is how you can update. Then how can you delete the table? Guys, you can also delete the table. Okay, see here, Guys, if you want to delete the any table, see guys, there is a table created here in the in the database called Praveen. And okay, in the here you can see there is an employees table. You can right click on this drop table. Okay, you can right click on this drop table. This is the one way of deleting a table. Guys, before deleting, say I'm seeing the output here, right? I am seeing the output here. You can also see the output. See, you're seeing the output in your okay workbench itself. You're observing this table in the workbench itself. Usually, we see all the tables, okay, stored procedures and everything. Whatever the data which you have stored in the database, you have to see it in database. Means there is a okay client. Okay, there is a client command line. Here we will have something called MySQL command line argument. This is where you have to see the output actually. Guys, root first, okay, when you want to use your okay command line client, it will ask you a password. You should give the password which you have given while installing the MySQL database. After giving password, you have to activate your database. What is the database name? My database name is Praveen. Activate it. Just you press enter. Now, if I want to check the table, same. Select star from employees. Select star from employees. Guys, press enter. You can see I'm able to see my table which I am stored here. ID, name, city, state. Okay, in the workbench also you can observe the output. But okay, see when you have multiple tables, multiple stored procedures, so much of okay data is stored in your database, you can always see your okay tables in the original database itself. Guys, this is how you can see the okay tables in your original database or command line argument or command line interface. Guys, now you have created, you have okay updated, isn't it? And you know how to read the data. And then guys, and then there is a last option called delete. See guys, now you can see in the Praveen database there is a tables option. In the tables there is a one table available, okay, employees. You can create okay n number of tables in the tables option here. Okay, now I want to delete this employees table in the Praveen database. What I will do is delete. Okay, just delete, guys, delete table employees. Delete table employees. 1 minute. Yeah, drop table employees. Guys, select this query. Okay, execute it. See, it is successfully executed. Means what? The table is deleted. You can see, you can refresh and see there is no employees table available in the tables option at all. Okay, if it is available, it should have come here. Okay, this is how guys, this is how you can create your table, you can delete your table, you can update your table. Okay, you can read the table. If you want to read the table, select star from the employees. Guys, not only these queries, there are so many queries available according to the project requirement. Every time you okay search one query and you execute it. Okay, guys, this is how you make use of SQL database. Guys, this is a way of using SQL database. Here itself, you are using, you are writing the queries, observing the output. Now, I want to write the query in my Java application. Means in my Java application, I want to write the program in the backend, and I want to observe the output in the database here. I don't write any queries here. I will just execute only one query here. Select star from the employees. Rest everything. Rest all these queries for creation, updation, deletion. Okay, everything I will write in a Java application. Means you have to establish the connection between database and Java application. If you want to establish the connection between your Java application and then database, you have a JDBC template. Okay, guys, you have a JDBC template. Guys, you can see here, there is a JDBC template. What is the mean? What your JDBC template will do? Spring JDBC template will establish, will make you to establish, okay, will provide us the connection between your Java application and database. So using with connection, using that connection, you can do all the CRUD operations. Guys, you can see Spring JDBC template is used to connect with the database from the Java application and perform various operations like creating table in the database, reading the database, update the values in the database, and delete operations. Okay, we call it as a CRUD operations. Guys, if you want to do all these operations, you have to do several steps. You have to do several steps. Guys, install the MySQL database workbench in the system. First step, what you have to do is in your local system, you should have a MySQL database and workbench, both. Second one, guys, what is the second step? Create the new Maven project, create the new Maven project and update the pom.xml file with required dependencies. Okay, with required dependencies such as, what are the dependencies? Spring core and Spring context. Okay, Spring core and Spring context dependencies to perform dependency injection. To perform dependency injection, guys, you have to, okay, you have to totally add 3 dependencies into the pom.xml file. Spring core and Spring context. Anyhow, these are available with us as a default dependencies. You just, okay, copy it and paste it. First one. Okay, guys, first step is over already in my local system. MySQL database is there. Second step, let's come. We will do it step by step. Create the new Maven project and update the pom.xml file. Okay, with all the dependencies. Go to the IDE, create the new Maven project, guys. Create the new Maven project. Go to the file, go to the file, new, okay, other Maven project. You can see here, there is option called Maven project. You know how to create a Maven project. Okay, leave your defaults as it is. Click on next. Make sure you have selected Maven archetype quick start. Click on next. Here you have to give your group ID and artifact ID. And you know, group ID and artifact ID is like your, okay, a Java project and Java project name and a package name. Guys, com.spring.I will give, okay, com.spring.jdbc template. Okay, I will just give jdbc temp. Here I will give spring.jdbc template. I will give spring.jdbc template. Click on finish. A pom.xml file already existed in the destination folder. Okay. So jdbc template #2. If the same file is already available, it will not take 1 minute. A pom.xml file already exists in the destination folder. Let us give a different name. com dot praveen.jdbc temp5. It already exists. A pom.xml file already exists in the destination folder. Pom dot Okay, guys, I have created with a different name. Guys, you can see here, the moment after creating, it is creating, you can see here. Okay, and I have created my own Maven project, Spring.driver manager. Okay, I have created Spring.driver manager, same. there is a one, okay, source folder, there is a one test, okay, there is a one source hyphen main hyphen test Java. You can keep your source code here. Source hyphen test hyphen Java. You can keep your, okay, test code here. And then there are Maven dependencies. Okay. So here right now there will be only dependency for JUnit testing, because in the pom.xml file there will be only one dependency. Okay, one dependency for JUnit testing. That's why in Maven also it has pulled only one jar file for JUnit testing. Guys, what is the second step you should do? You should do your second step. Okay, see here, guys. Create the Maven project and update the pom.xml file with the required dependencies, such as, what is the first required dependency? Spring core and Spring context dependencies. See, Spring core and Spring context dependencies are default dependencies which I was copying every time. Okay, see here, we have a default dependencies, okay, with us for for performing dependency injection. What you do is, see here, default dependencies. You can see default dependencies for performing dependency injection. Spring core and Spring context dependencies. See here, you can Spring core, Spring context dependencies. Here, you just copy all the things. Okay, go to the IDE back. Guys, I don't want to perform any JUnit testing. So you have to delete this dependency starting from properties till dependencies. Delete it. Means I am deleting the dependency of JUnit testing, because I am not doing JUnit testing. Now I am performing dependency injection with JDBC template. So I will delete it. I will paste it. Okay. After pasting it, you should save it, guys. You should save it. Guys, one dependency I have added. Let's go back to your PPT. See here, guys. Spring core and Spring context dependencies to perform dependency injection. We just now added, right? Spring core, okay, Spring core dependency and Spring context dependency you have added. And then, okay, the next one is Spring JDBC to do database operations. Guys, you have to search one dependency in the web, and you have to, okay, copy paste it, and you should do it. Spring JDBC to do database operations. Spring JDBC to perform database operations. Guys, search for Spring JDBC Maven dependency. You have to search for this name. Spring JDBC Maven dependency in web browser. Okay, in web browser you have to, and click on the very first link called Maven repository. Search for the Spring release version we are using. That is, you have to search for the 4.3.6 as specified in the pom.xml file. Click on 4.3.6, okay, and copy it and paste it in the, okay, your pom.xml file. See, let's go to our browser first. Let's go to our browser, guys. With what name I have to search? You have to search for Spring JDBC Maven dependency. I want Spring JDBC Maven dependency. You just copy it. Just copy it. Go to the web browser. Go to the web browser. Guys, go to the web browser. Paste it here. See here, Spring JDBC Maven dependency. You just click on enter. Guys, here there is a one link available. There will be a first link available with the name called Maven repository. With the name called Maven repository, you just click on this. Guys, after clicking on this, okay, you have to search for Spring release version. Okay, see here. Let's go to your IDE. Let's go to your IDE. Okay, see what is the Spring version release. Okay, what is the Spring version you are using? Here you can see 4.3.6 release. Okay, you are using 4.3.6 is the version of the Spring you are using. For this version, you have to, okay, search Maven dependency. You have to search for the Maven dependency, in the sense 4.3.6. Go to the 4.3.6 fast. Okay, guys, you can see here 4.3.6 release. You just double click on this and come down. There is a dependency available here. You can see there is a dependency available. Okay, guys, just if you click on this clipboard, if you place the cursor and, okay, click on this cursor, it will be copied automatically. Don't need to, okay, copy. You just click on this cursor, see, copy it to clipboard. Okay, then when it is copied to clipboard, what you have, where you have to paste it, you can see here. click on the 4.3.6 and copy the dependency and paste it after Spring version dependency. See here, paste it after Spring version dependency in pom.xml file. Okay, see here, you should paste it after Spring version dependency. Where is the Spring version dependency, guys? This is your Spring core, okay, and Spring version dependency. See, guys, this is your Spring version dependency. You can see here, this is a Spring framework dot version dependency is there. You just enter, means simply after Spring core and Spring context, you keep on okay pasting your new dependencies. Very simple. Okay, just paste it here. After pasting it here, you can remove this line. Okay, if you want, you can remove this line. This is not a dependency. Okay, now guys, you can hard code. See 4.3.6 release. It is okay. It is we are telling your Maven to okay download a Spring JDBC template, okay, a corresponding to 4.3.6 Spring release version. You can hard code this. You can hard code in the sense without showing it to without okay showing version name in the pom.xml file. You can hard code like this. See here we have hard coded. If you want to hard code any version name, you have to use a dollar symbol. Okay, what you have to do is you just have to delete. Okay, you just have to delete release version. You can hard code, or you if you want, you can also leave it. Okay, see if you want to hard code, nobody can see your versions at all. Okay, just select this from here to here, copy it, come paste it. Okay, and then save. So one dependency we had added successfully. One dependency you have added successfully. Guys, now see Spring core is fine, Spring context is fine. Okay, so two dependencies. This is your third dependency. The third dependency is Spring JDBC. Now, guys, what is the next dependency you have added? See, you have just okay, you just added Spring JDBC Maven dependency, and you have with this 4.3.6 version, and you have even hard coded also. Guys, the next one is MySQL connector Java. MySQL connector Java is a jar, okay, which is JDBC driver. You need one driver, okay. You need one JDBC driver to okay establish the connection between your Java application and database. If you want to okay download the JDBC driver, I am downloading updated version 8.0.26. 8.0.26. What is the name you have to search? You have to search with the name called MySQL connector Java. Okay, MySQL connector Java. You have to okay see here. If you want MySQL connector Java, search for MySQL connector Maven dependency. Just copy it. Okay, copy it. Go to the browser, paste it. Okay, in the web, search for it. Very first link. Okay, very first link. MySQL connector Java will be there here. You just click on this. See what is the version name you want? You want version name called 8.0.26. See here, there is a 8.0.26. Okay, you just click on this 8.0.26 and then come down. There is a dependency here. Same, you just click on this, go to the IDE, go to the IDE, and after this dependency, after this Spring JDBC dependency, you can paste your thing here. Okay, just delete this one. Guys, now everything is ready. If you want, you can hard code this okay version also, and okay, you can leave it as it is if you want. It's your wish. Guys, this is how you can update your pom.xml file. See, pom.xml file is updated with Spring core and Spring context. Where should we get this Spring core and Spring context? These are the default dependencies which I have already sent you. In all the applications, you should compulsory use Spring core and Spring context to perform dependency injection. The extra two which we okay get it from web is first one is Spring JDBC Maven dependency and MySQL okay connector Maven dependency. Guys, after this, guys, pom.xml file, you have updated everything in the pom.xml file. You have updated everything in pom.xml file. Guys, you know now pom.xml file is ready with everything. I will delete this folder because I have already available. I have just shown you how to do it. Okay. I've just shown you how to do it when you're executing a program. I will just delete this one. Guys, I have already a thing available here. You can see here in the pom.xml file, there is everything updated here. There is everything updated here. Okay. Same, whatever I have done now, it's ready-made available. I have done it already. But still, I have shown you how to update your pom.xml file and search for how to search for your JDBC template and Maven dependencies. Guys, after this, you have to go for, see here, configure configure the driver manager data source class in the Spring configuration file by setting four properties called driver class name, URL, okay, username and password. Guys, you have to go to the Spring configuration file. You have to go to the Spring configuration file. Let's go to the IDE. Guys, I have a Spring configuration file available here, already created. See guys, let's come to the Spring configuration file. You know how to, okay, create a Spring configuration file, right? Just click on this, go to the new, okay, go to the new other XML file. You have to select XML file. See, select XML file, give some name here and click on finish. Your XML file will come here. And you know, after XML file, you have to copy and paste the default schemas. Yesterday I've shown you, okay, in the last 2, 3 classes I've shown you. Guys, I have created one XML file here. Now this is the thing you have to learn. Guys, till here, you know how to copy it and paste. When you create an XML file, it will be empty. Okay, it will be a empty first one. Only, okay, this first line will be there and rest all the things will be empty. Now you have to copy it and paste it. Okay, you have to copy all these things and paste it. These are the schemas which you should copy and paste for every, okay, a Spring project. After this, guys, okay, still till XSD everything is same. Guys, how do we create a, okay, how do we create a class? How do we create a, okay, object for one class in your Spring? You should take bean, you should open your bean tag, you should take ID. Okay, you should take ID, you have to give ID name, class name is equals to fully qualified class name you should give. And if the class depends on several variables, if the class depends on several dependencies, you can inject using setter dependency injection or constructor dependency injection. Here class depends on some four, okay, dependencies. That's why I'm injecting using setter dependency injection. Setter dependency injection means p schema. Guys, here the first thing you should do is you should instantiate object for driver manager data source. You should, okay, instantiate in the Spring configuration file, you should instantiate driver manager data source. Guys, if I want to instantiate driver manager data source, how do we, if we want to instantiate one, okay, class in a Spring configuration file, how do we do it? Bean ID is equals to, you can take your own ID. I have taken data source here. You can take DS1, DS2, or data source double two. You can take any ID. Yesterday, okay, for employee class, I was taking EMP, right? Similarly, I'm taking IDE. Guys, I'm instantiating driver manager data source. This driver manager data source is internally depending upon four dependencies. The first dependency is driver class name, URL, username, password. Guys, first, if I want to instantiate any, okay, uh, any class in the Spring configuration file, I want a fully qualified class name, right? How to get the fully qualified class name of driver manager data source? Okay, guys, in your Eclipse, okay, you just click on Control Shift T. You just, okay, perform Control Shift T, Control Shift T. Here you have to search for driver manager data source. I have already searched it. That's why, okay, in the engine it's available already. You can search, if it is not available here, you can search for driver manager data source. Guys, this is a class name. D should be capital, M should be capital, D should be capital, S should be capital, and there should not be any spaces between driver and manager. Okay, and then driver manager and data source. There should not be any space. Driver manager data source is continuous word. D, M, D, S should be capital. If it is not available here, guys, you should search with the this name, driver manager data source. Guys, I have already searched, that's why it's available. See, guys, after searching, okay, see, you will get it here. One program will be opened here. Okay, see here, guys. This is public class driver manager data source class extends abstract driver. Okay, some class is there. Extends class is there. Means what? This is your parent class, right? So parent class should be here. There is a parent class here. This is the original package. Okay, in this package, your driver manager data source class is present. org dot spring framework dot jdbc dot data source. You have to copy it, guys. See, guys, this is the package. In this package, your driver manager data source is present. Means this is a package name. In this package name, that class is there. What is the class? Driver manager data source. org.springframework.jdbc.data source. Okay, you have to copy it. Come back to the XML file. You should paste it. Okay, till where you should paste it? org.springframework.jdbc. Okay, data source. In this package, what is the class you have searched for? Driver manager data source. You have to write this name here. Driver manager data source. Say till here, package name of driver manager data source. In that package, the class is present, right? Every time I was copying the fully qualified package name here. Dot. You should write your class name. Guys, after instantiating a driver manager data source with ID or reference called data source, guys, this is your wish. You can take data source ds1, ds2, a1. You can take anything id. Just I reference variable. This is just reference variable. This is a fully qualified class name of driver manager data source. Guys, internally this driver manager data source is depending upon four dependencies. Depending upon four dependencies. Okay, the first dependency is driver class name, URL, username, and password. Okay, you have to inject all these using a P schema. I'm injecting all these using a P schema. Guys, driver class name. Okay, see, this is a standard variable for database. D should be capital, C should be capital, N should be capital, and there should not be any spaces. URL should be all small. Username should be all small. That there is no space between user and name. Password. Okay, P is a small only here. Password. Guys, now if you want to connect in any Java application, if you want to connect, okay, if you want to establish the connection between your Java application and database, you have a JDBC driver. This is the address for the driver class name. Remember com.mysql.jdbc.driver means if you want to in your Java application or in your projects, if you are establishing the connection between your Java application and MySQL database, this is the driver class name com.mysql.jdbc.driver. If you are working with Oracle database, then this will become com.oracle.jdbc driver dot jdbc dot driver dot oracle driver will come there. Okay, so jdbc driver class name will be different for mysql database and oracle database. This is a standard driver class name. You have to remember and type it. URL. This is the URL. Okay, I'm okay. Established my SQL database in my local system. See, JDBC, MySQL. Okay, local host means local host in the sense in my system it is I'm establishing. I'm working with my SQL database. That's why local host. The name is Praveen. Okay, I have given my local host name as a Praveen while installing. And guys, username. Username is root. Okay, username is root. I have created that root and my password, which I am typing every time, right? That is root123. You should give your, see, while installing itself, you will be giving this one. Okay, your local host name, your username and password. You should remember all these three. And in every Java application, you should, give as an URL, username and password. Guys, after instantiating, driver manager data source class and injecting four dependencies using using P schema, you have to instantiate one more class. You have to instantiate one more class. The class name is JDBC template. The class name is JDBC template. Guys, see here. Again, you have to search for the class name called JDBC template and you should copy the fully qualified class name. Guys, this class, JDBC template class, is depending upon a data source object. Is depending upon data source object. It is like JDBC templates is a dependent class. Driver manager data source is a dependency class. You know what is my dependent class and dependency class? Dependent class in the sense the class which is depending upon the reference variable of another class. Same way, your JDBC template is a dependent class. Why? Because JDBC template class is depending upon the reference variable, okay, of data source. Okay, reference variable of a data source. First, you should instantiate the JDBC template class. Means I need fully qualified class name, right? How do we get a fully qualified class name? Same guys, in the Eclipse, you type Control Shift T. Okay, you search for JDBC template. J should be capital, T should be capital, and it been in between JDBC and template, there should not be any space. Okay, you double click on this JDBC template. See here, one JDBC template class extends some other class will be there. Means JDBC template is your parent class. Go up. Okay, guys, you can see one package org.springframework.jdbc.core. You just copy this. Guys, after copying this, you have to paste it in your spring.xml file. Okay, you should paste it in your spring.xml file. See here, paste it in your XML file. After pasting it, what is the class name? Dot JDBC template. See here, you have given here, right? Till here, it's a package name. In that package, your JDBC template is present. Okay, that's why you have to give a dot class name. Guys, this ID, you can take whatever you want. You can check only JT or JD. You can take your, okay, ID. ID name also I have taken JDBC template for sake of understanding. And then I I told you JDBC template class is a dependent class which depends on the reference variable, of another class. That another class is called driver manager data source class. Guys, reference, what is the reference variable of driver manager data source class? Data source. Okay, I'm injecting the data source reference variable using P schema. P colon data source hyphen reference is equals to data source. Guys, whatever the thing you have declared here as an IDE for driver manager data source, the same IDE you have to inject here. Okay, using P schema, P hyphen data source. Okay, P colon data source hyphen reference is equals to data source. Guys, see, this is how you have to create a Spring configuration file. Okay, there is no question of here creating a dependency class, everything. First Maven, first step is creating a Maven project, update the pom.xml file with okay 3 dependencies, and then you have to create your Spring configuration file. In that configuration file, you have to instantiate driver manager data source class and set all the 4 dependencies using P schema. And you have to also instantiate JDBC template class and set one reference variable P hyphen data source column reference is equals to data source. And if you want to search for fully qualified class name, I have told you how to search in the Eclipse Control Shift T. Okay. And then copy the fully qualified package name, paste it here, dot, okay, type your class name. Now Spring configuration file is also ready. Guys, you can see here, whatever I have done, I have written here. Configure the driver manager data source class. Okay, everything. Right click on the source folder of the current Maven project, select the XML file, copy, paste the basic schemas. You know, Control Shift T is here. Okay. Control Shift T in Eclipse, search for driver manager data source and copy the full package name of that class and paste it in the tag of XML file. Everything what I have done, I have written here. The last step, guys, a very important step. Here you are writing the SQL queries. Create the test class and perform the data insertion, okay, into the database. Now, guys, driver class. Every time if you want to, okay, create your container, if you want to instantiate container, you have to go for the, okay, a driver class, right? Guys, see, I have also in the PPT, I have also given that Spring configuration and whatever thing I have written in the configuration file. The last step is a driver class. Guys, driver class. Every time we create a driver class using a name called test, you can create here with another name also. I'm instantiating class path XML application context CTX is equals to new class path application context. Guys, I'm loading my configuration file. Okay, your container needs 2 inputs, right? The first input is, okay, a configuration file. The first input is a poso class. The second input is a, okay, XML file. Poso class is not there because I'm not doing anything here. I'm not, okay, I'm doing here database operation. I don't need any dependency class or dependency class. There is no question of a poso here. The only input I'm loading is XML file into the container. Which container I've instantiated here? Class path XML application context CTX is equals to new class path XML application context. Okay. See here. and I'm loading JDBC XML file. Let's come back to the IDE. Let's go to the, okay, test class here. There is a test class available. Guys, I will show step by step. See, class path XML application context CTX is equals to new class path application context. Loaded my XML file. What is the name of the XML file? JDBC config.xml. JDBC config.xml. And you have to create object. It means using getBean method, you have to create an object for JDBC template. Okay, for this class. For this class JDBC template, you should tell your container to create an object. How can you tell your container to create an object? Using getBean method. See guys, what is object reference? CTX. CTX.getBean. Okay, CTX.getBean. What is the object reference you have given? JDBC template. So give a JDBC template there. Okay, typecast it. Okay, both the sides. JDBC template, JDBC template. Store it in another variable. Okay, called JDBC template only. I am storing it another variable in JDBC template only. You can store it in a, okay, some other variable. Okay, for in order to avoid confusion, I have taken again JDBC template here itself. Guys, JDBC template, you can see here J is a capital. Here J is a capital, but the reference variable, in the reference variable, J is a small letter. Means I am storing it another variable. JDBC template is the thing which I have given in XML file. So I am providing it here. CTX.getBean, you know, it will always give you object reference of the class. So you have to typecast it. For which class it is giving for which class it is giving object? See here, for which class it is giving object? It is giving object for JDBC template class. See here, J is a capital. So you should typecast it. Okay, both the sides, JDBC template, and you have to store it in another variable. Guys, you know how I was, okay, typecasted yesterday also when I was created employee class. I've taken yesterday employee here and then employee. I was typecasting and storing it in here. I have taken EMP and I've stored in E1. Similarly, here also you are typecasting and storing it in another variable. Guys, after now you got one variable. Now everything is stored in a JDBC template. Using this variable, you can write the queries. Okay, you can execute the queries. Though that executed queries will be appeared in your database. See, let's go to the database first. Let's delete everything, whatever you have. I have an employees table, right? Okay, see here, I will just, okay, guys, I will delete. Okay, I don't have any tables here. You can see here in the Praveen. Okay, we have executed one okay, query called drop table employees. Now table employees is not there. Now tables are present in the schema called Praveen. Let's go to, okay, let's go to, guys, why I have taken Praveen here in the sense in my IDE. Okay, let's go to the Eclipse. Let's go to the Spring configuration file. Here you can see here JDBC -MySQL double quotes localhost Praveen. Praveen, I have told you here. This is my work. Okay, database name. In the sense, in this Praveen only, in this workspace only, you're okay. Uh, Writing queries means I have created database called Praveen in my database, right? Okay, I have created new schema. Whatever the in whichever the schema or database you're working, you have to give that schema name in the URL. Okay, so in my database also you can see my schema name is Praveen. In this Praveen, in this database only, I am going to create the table from the Java application now. Let's go to the Java application test class. Guys, creating, see guys, you have to take a one SQL query. See, take SQL query as, okay, a string. See, if you want to take any string, it should be within double inverted comma, right? Within double quotes. It should be, okay, in between double quotes. See guys, create table. The table name is address 99. This time I am creating a table. The table name is address 99. There, how many columns I am creating that in the table? ID integer, name varchar, city varchar, state varchar. And guys, I'm storing that. Okay, see, I'm taking this full query as a string. I'm storing that full query in the string. See, okay, double inverted comma starts, double inverted comma ends. Means string. See here, I'm storing that string in a variable called SQL. You can take your own variable also, A1, A2, A3. Okay, any variable you can take. Guys, Since this query is referred, okay, this query is okay represented as a string, I will store it in a string data type. Say I will take it in a string data type. I will store it in a SQL. Now, guys, this JDBC template is the okay. This JDBC template is a bridge. Means it acts like a bridge. It will provide you so many operations like dot execute, dot update, dot delete. It will execute using this JDBC template. This is the thing you have created now. Using this variable, you can do so many operations. Guys, see JDBC dot execute. JDBC dot execute SQL. See JDBC. See, this is a variable JDBC template dot execute method. There are two methods: dot execute method and dot update method. When you have to okay use dot execute method in the sense only for creation. Only for creation you have to okay only for creation and deletion. Guys, for creation and deletion you can use a dot execute method. For updating, okay, for update operations or update operation in the sense if you are inserting any new column, any new row, for updating operations you can use dot okay update method. Dot update method you can use. See, since creation, since I'm creating first one, what is the thing why I'm executing a first SQL query? I am creating a table. The table name is address double nine. Since I'm in a creation operation, I can use dot execute method. JDBC template dot execute method is present in okay. Dot execute method is present in which variable? JDBC template variable. JDBC template dot execute, which is a query I want to execute SQL. In SQL, what is stored? Okay, query is stored. Which query? Create table address double nine. Okay, ID integer name varchar. Okay, guys, for now just delete the whole thing. First, let us see whether create there's a okay a table is created or not. Guys, the last statement I have taken system.out.println connected just to make sure that okay whether Java application is perfectly Java application is connected to your database or not. If these two okay lines are successfully executed, it means what? Table is created. Table is created in the sense connection is established. Okay, means to make sure that if these two are executed perfectly, then this command will execute. If table is not created, this command will not execute. Means this if I get output called command in the console, which means that okay establishment means you have successfully established the connection between database as well as okay a Java application, and then table is also created. You can see here, just save the program. Okay, run as Java application. Guys, you can see I'm getting connected. I'm getting output connected. Means what? This you have you have successfully established the connection between Java application and database. Means you have also created the table in the you have also created table address double nine in the database. Let's go to the database. Let's go to the database, guys. Okay. See here, you refresh this. See, in the Praveen, there are no tables available. You cannot see here. You just refresh it. Guys, you can refresh it. You can see there is a table called address double nine. Let us check what is present in the address double nine. Okay. Select, select star from address double nine. Select star from address double nine. Let us see what is there. Execute it. Guys, nothing is there, empty. ID, name, city, state. In Java application also, you have see here, go to the IDE. You have created a table with how many columns? Name, ID, name, city, varchar. Same you're getting here. Okay. See, ID, name, city, state. Guys, now you know how to create a table from the Java application. Now, how to insert the values into the database? Okay, guys, for inserting, you have to use dot update method. Okay, see guys, I have told you for creation and for deletion. For creation and for deletion, you can use dot execute method. For inserting a values, you can use dot update method. For inserting values or for changing a values also. For changing a values also, you can use, okay, a dot update method. Guys, you can see here. Now creation is over till here. Creation is over till here. String. Now I want to insert the values. Guys, you have to write a different query for inserting here. See, if you are working in SQL database without any Java application, you can just write insert into the address. Okay, insert into the address. You can directly give a names here. Like double inverted comma 10, double inverted comma Praveen, in double inverted comma Karnataka, Bangalore. But here, different query you have to use since it is a Java application. This is a Java program, right? Guys, the SQL query for inserting values into the database is insert into address double line. Insert into address double line. For how many fields you have to insert the values? For ID field, name field, city field, state field. Okay. Parenthesis close. Values, question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay. This full query, it should be in double inverted comma. Means I'm considering it as a string. I'm storing it in a SQL1. I'm storing it in a SQL1. Now, guys, you can see here JDBC template dot update. You can see here JDBC dot, okay, JDBC template. Again, you have to use the same reference variable. Instead of dot execute method, I will use a dot update method. Dot update. Okay, which is the SQL query you want to update? SQL1 means in SQL1, what is stored? This query is stored. Insert into address double line, ID, name, city, and state. Again, guys, SQL1, comma, what is the first field? ID, name, city, and state. Provide Praveen, India, Karnataka. Again, same. JDBC template dot update dot SQL. Again, second column. For every column, you have to take JDBC template dot update method. If you want to insert 4 columns, you have to execute a update method 4 times. Okay. For the 4 times, every time for the same query, right? For the same query, you are giving a values. SQL1, SQL1, SQL1. First time 12, 13. Okay, 12 Praveen, India, Karnataka. Second time 13 John, Canada, Andhra Pradesh. 14 Bhargav, USA, Orissa. Kavya, Russia, Punjab. Okay, guys, now let's delete these two. Let's delete these two. Let's go to the SQL query first, SQL database first. I will delete this address double nine because if I execute the same query once again there, you will get an error called same table already present. Now I have deleted this. Now I will execute all the things at a time. Guys, let's come back to the IDE. See here, how many queries are executing now? Creating a table, inserting a table. Okay, into that, how many columns you are inserting? You are inserting 4 columns. Now, guys, just save this program. Just save this program. Run as Java application. Guys, connected. You are getting connected means all these queries are see, connected means what? All these commands are successfully executed. Then only, okay, you are getting connected means what? Successfully executed means what? Successfully establishment is connected. You have successfully established the connection between Java application and database, and even this table is also created, and you have also inserted 4 columns into that. Let's go to the, okay, database again. Okay, you can refresh it. You can refresh it. There is a table address double nine. Now I will see what is there in the address double nine. Guys, you can see here Praveen, India, Karnataka, John, Canada, Andhra Pradesh, Bhargav, USA, Orissa, Kavya, Russia, Orissa. Means from the Java applications only, I am doing everything. Means what? JDBC template has provided us a connection between our Java application and database. Using the JDBC template, I am performing all the CRUD operations. Guys, you have created your table. You have, okay, inserted a values into the table. Okay, you have inserted that values into the table. Guys, now you can also update. You can also update. Okay, if you want to update, guys, again dot execute method. I have told you for update method. Okay, see, you're only changing a value. You're not increasing the number of rows. Wherever you're increasing the number of rows in the table, okay, you have to use a dot update method. Rest all the things. See, when I'm using, okay, when I'm creating a table, when I am updating the value in the same table, or when I'm deleting the table, for all the 3 cases, you can use dot execute method. Dot execute, dot execute. Only for inserting a values into the table, you have to use a dot update method. You should remember, for creating a table, okay, for updating the values in the same table, or for deleting the table, you can use dot execute method. Only for insertion operation, only for inserting a columns into the table, you have to use a dot update method. Guys, now I want to change one value in the table. Okay, means I want to update the value into the table. See guys, you have to take a one SQL query. Update in which table? Address double nine. Guys, I have to in ID 12, what is there now? Okay, let's come back to the okay here. In ID 12, what is there? In ID 12, Praveen is there now. Now I have to change this name from Praveen to Babu. Okay, I have to change this name. Okay, from Praveen to Babu. I've told you how to write a query for okay updation operation in SQL Workbench. Same query here. The only query you need to change is this one. Okay, rest all the things, whatever the queries you are writing in the workbench, the same queries you can also write in the Java application also. Okay, but only for inserting, okay, the syntax will be different. Guys, now what I will do is update in which table? Address double nine set set. I see in the see in the ID 12 name is Praveen. Now I want to set the new name. Set name is equals to new name is Babu. Where I have to set this new name? Where ID is equals to 12. Guys, take this okay query as a string, store it in a SQL2, okay, and data type is string, JDBC template dot JDBC template dot execute JDBC template dot okay JDBC template dot execute and you have to pass that query as a parameter SQL. Now guys, I don't want all these things because already address table is created. Okay, already address table is created. You have inserted four okay rows into that. Okay, see, address table is created here. Address double nine table is created. You have inserted four rows, and then okay, the only thing I want to change is I want to okay change this name Praveen to Babu in the ID column 12. Okay, in the ID column 12, let's go to the Java application. Let's go to the Java application, guys. What I will do is here everything is same. Everything is same. Now let us save this program, run as Java application. Guys, you can see connected means successfully this operation is happened in the database. Let's go and check whether okay name is up, that okay thing is updated or not. What you do is execute this query once again. Select star from the table. Select star from the table address double nine. Guys, you can see here the name is changed from Praveen to Babu. The name is changed from Praveen to Babu. Guys, you can also delete this table. You can also delete this table from the Java application. How can you delete this table from the Java application? In the sense, you just have to okay take drop table. Okay, you have to take just drop table employees, drop table, 1 minute, you have to write a query called drop table address double nine. The table name is the drop table address double nine, give a semicolon. Okay, store it in SQL2 dot execute. I have told you, for creation, for deletion, for updating any value in the table, you can use dot execute method. Okay, present in the JDBC template, but only for update, only for inserting a okay rows into that, you can use dot update method. Dot update method present in the JDBC template. Now, guys, save it. Let's run this program. Let's run this program. Java application. Guys, connected means what? Address double nine is successfully deleted in the database. You can go and check. Okay, see, you can refresh it. Address double nine is deleted here. It's not there. Okay, see, yeah, even if you double click it, you don't find address double nine. Guys, this is how you can perform okay a database operations from the Java application using a JDBC template. Before JDBC template, we had a separate a concept called JDBC. There you should install drivers, okay, driver zero, driver one, and you should write so much of code like creation of a statement object, establishing the connection between statement object and then database. You should write plenty of code before that. But now Spring provides us a JDBC template uh, to work with your databases. Guys, this is called your JDBC template. Any doubts here? Guys, if no doubt, then I'll end my session here. Thank you very much.